family, and welcome to Family Meeple. I'm Raymond, and this is the continuation of our Marvel United campaign, Everything Season 1, and today we are facing off against Hela. We have faced off against her before, so she will be our opponent, our villain that we'll be battling against. And again, we are now into the last throes of our campaign, so this is on hard challenge. So we have removed the double wild cards from our heroes that we'll be playing, and our heroes today facing off against Hela will be Better Ray Bill, who we have seen previously. So he will be joining us. And new to the battle, we have Moon Knight, and I really loved watching the Disney Plus series Moon Knight. Looking forward to season 2 and seeing what future stuff they have to bring. But for this, we have our heroes. So we have Better Ray Bill, who we've seen before. So let's draw his starting hands. We've got a double attack, a single attack, and a wild. And then moving across to Moon Knight, straight up the board, we have a heroic feat and attack, a special Moon Knight's suit. Until the beginning of the next turn, if it would take damage, ignore it and move to any location instead. Nice. And Khonshu's power, wild for each of your special effect cards in the storyline, including this one. Nice. And a heroic feat to boot. Okay, so going back to Hela then, because we've got no special setup rules. Nope, that's not true. We have a special setup rule. So set aside the banished master plan card. Glad I stopped for a moment to check that. Okay, so banished master plan card. Okay, and place it on top of the deck. After shuffling it, Hela starts the game on the villain dashboard, so she does not start the game in play. Okay, interesting. Okay, so her special rules then: Hela can't take any damage as long as the Fenris Wolf threat is in play, and we'll dig into those threats in a moment. When she bans, she does 1 damage to each hero in her location. In the event of overflow, if one or more tokens can't be played, then if Fenris Wolf is in play, he gains 1 additional health and may go above his starting value. And if Fenris Wolf is not in play, place a Necro Swords threat card on the first location without a threat, if possible. On the first location, in relation to what, I wonder? Okay. Villainous plot: the heroes lose if all heroes are knocked out at the same time. Okay, so we're trying to avoid being knocked out. Okay, let's have a look at these threats. So we know one of them is, of course, the Fenris Wolf. Let's see what other delights we'll be facing off against. So, indeed is the Fenris Wolf. 4 health. When Hela bams, deal 1 damage to 1 hero in this location. Hela can't take any damage as long as Fenris Wolf is in play. And in fact, before I go out and put these threats out, let's have a look at the location. So, of course, facing off against Hela, we are in the realms of Asgard. So we set up the board with those locations randomly distributed. So location number 1, then we have the Asgardian Palace. So with the threats cleared here, at the end of the turn, you may add up to 2 civilians and or thugs to any location. Okay, so if you're struggling to get them populated on the board, that's a means to do that. The Bifrost Bridge, at the end of turn, you may move all heroes from this location to any location, so group teleports. We have Odin's Vault. At the end of your turn, if you have 1 or 2 cards in your hand, you may draw 1 card. We have Heimdall's Observatory. At the end of your turn, you may move any number of heroes from any locations to this location. So a way to muster and pull everyone together. At the end of your turn at the throne room, You may move any other hero to a location adjacent to them, so command them to move somewhere else. And then finally, Valhalla, at the end of your turn, you may discard any number of cards from your hand to the bottom of your deck and draw back that many. Discarding all hand does not knock out. So we have to circulate our hands if we've not quite got what we need. So Fenris Wolf then is over at the Asgardian Palace. So in addition to that, we have Necro Swords. Have a look. So deal 1 damage. Look. So when Hela bams, deal 1 damage to 1 hero in this location. If there are any thugs in this location, deal 2 damage instead. And I have a feeling they may all now be Necro Swords beyond that. As 3 and 4 and 5. There we go. Indeed. So Necro Swords are the main threat, and they'll require a move and 2 heroic feats to overcome. And then of course we have Fenris Wolf. The only thing I didn't put out was the health tokens. So let's do that. So with a 2-player game, we have 4 health on Hela, and the Fenris Wolf also starts, I say tentatively, with 4 health as well. So let's grab those. Put those out. Okay. Bloop. I really like these tokens because they are stackable, but they are stackable one way only. Which is always a bit fun to get them into a stack. There we go. Okay, so we are all built. Let's see. Okay, so she's not actually starting on the board, so let's start with Banished. Here's of course always the villain's turn to start. Hela will enter play when resolving her first BAM effect. Okay. First BAM effect, she'll enter play. I presume it will then say go to where the most heroes are or something of that ilk. We will shortly find out, I am sure. But at the moment we don't need her on the board. We're always going to go from left to right, so we're starting here with Better Rebuilt. Okay, what I'll do then is I'll roll a dice to determine where our heroes will begin. So we will begin in location 6, and that will take us to Valhalla. So we are going to start over here. We have Moon Knight and Better Ray Bill. We've got those Necro Swords there. Okay, so Better Ray Bill. We've got lots of attack. Don't really need any attack. We've got a wild. Let's draw a card, see what that gets. Stormbreaker, double attack, draw a card. That's quite nice. And move. Well, we could use the move on the location. Okay. What are we going to do? I guess we're going to have to do that. Okay, so we'll put the Stormbreaker into the storyline. So we've got double attack, so we'll do with one of those thugs. That's first we'll do. We'll draw a card for Better Rebuilt. So another Stormbreaker. Okay. And the move he can attribute to this, working towards completing this threat with Necro Swords. But of course it is the although do I want to do that? Am I better instead, in fact, to start trying to take out Fenris Wolf? Seeing as I've got a move and 2 attacks, I think I'm better to do that. Let's put that thug back. Yes, I think that's a better move. Okay, so we are over to Moon Knight. So Moon Knight will draw. Ooh, dissociative identity disorder. Shuffle your hand and your deck together. Then draw 3 cards. Okay, well he's got a move, he can do a double attack, which means we could actually take out Fenris Wolf. So I think that is going to be a suitably good one for us to add to the storyline. So we have to shuffle everything and start again. Although I think the best time to use that card would be, of course, when you've only got one card left in your hand, because you get to shuffle and then draw back up to 3. So it's almost like a healing move. But that's fine, we'll do it now because it gets rid of Fenris we don't have to worry about. So we'll do the move from the storyline left over from Better Ray Bill, and then double attack. We will take out Fenris Wolf, so that threat is cleared. And now at the end of my turn, I can add tokens to the board. I don't think I want to at the moment, to be honest. I'm quite happy, having not cleared any tokens, I'm happy to leave as is. Let's redraw then our disassociated hero's hand. Okay. So, we're back to Better Ray Bill, who gets to draw an additional card. Oh, we've got double heroic feat. And what have we got at the timeline? In the storyline, we've got 2 attacks. I mean, we've not got a plethora of tokens that we can retrieve from the board right now. So I'm just trying to think what the best thing to do is. Maybe we should have put out some tokens at the end of our turn. What do you think, folks? We may add up to 2 civilians and or thugs to any location. Okay. Let's do it then, shall we? So because we've already got a double attack, let's go with a civilian there. So that's 1, 2, and then we need 2 thugs. 3, 4. We'll get some populace out. Okay. So then we're going to use our, because we've got a double attack in the storyline, we've got another Stormbreaker available. Oh, turn around, maybe. Yeah, we're going to do double heroic feat, double attack. So the double heroic feat, we can rescue these 2 civilians from the Asgardian Palace. And then one of the attacks we can use to defeat Thug. And then we can use this ability again, in fact. So with the 2 heroic feats there, this is an interesting... You know what, I've never played this before, so that's quite interesting. In fact, what we can do is we could put out... That's our 3rd turn though, isn't it? Do I want to put any more out? I'll put out a extra thug. Well, that's got... No, it says up to 2, so yeah, we'll go with those. Okay, so that's done. End of turn complete. It is back to Hela. So move to the location with the hero with the most cards in their hand. Well, that's the one location on the board with heroes, so we know where she's going. And then bam. Okay, so bam, deal 1 damage to each hero in her location. It's not too bad. So let's return the single attack for Moon Knight. Oops. And we'll return the single attack for Better Ray Bill. It's fine. Sorry, we've returned a single attack. Better Ray Bill. Okay, so what else have we got? that was a BAM, and she's going to put out. Oh, we kept ourselves just clear enough. 2 thugs in her current location. So zoom out there. So 2 thugs here, 1 thug over at the Bifrost, and 1 thug over at Hela, which thankfully we just about had enough room to manage. Okay, so that was it for Hela's turn. We are back to the heroes, who take 1 damage now. So we'll draw a card from Moon Knight. We've got 2 heroic feats in the storyline. So let's do... Ooh. Yeah, I forgot. I just realised I forgot to do the BAM effect on all these Necro swords. But hopefully, if I vaguely recall correctly, yeah, they've not enacted anyway yet, so that's fine. Okay, but I have to remember that. Okay, so Moon Knight will do his move and attack. So with the move and attack added to 2 heroic feat, we'll do the heroic feat to rescue civilians. Those 2 are gone. We've got a bit of breathing space over at the Guardian Palace, and then he's going to move to the Bifrost Bridge and attack a thug there. Okay, so that's that. And then we are over to Better Rebuild. Draw a card. So he's already got to move and attack in the timeline. Which means we could certainly work towards... Let's use the double attack. Which means we can clear these 2. In the Asgardian Palace. Oops. And then move and clear another over the Bifrost. That's good. We're over halfway with the thugs. And we are back to Moon Knight. I'll draw a card. Got a single wild. And we've got double attack in the storyline. Look, so double attack. We've got 1 thug left to clear where we currently are. We probably want to be moving. And either side immediately we've cleared everything. So apart from that, we probably want to be focusing on clearing these threats. So okay, so therefore I'm going to play the move and heroic feat, because that enables us to there we go. So that enables us to defeat this thug and put a move token out and a heroic feat token out, and then we wasted a attack. But that's fine. And we are back to Hela, and she will move to the location with the hero with the most cards. So again, back to both of us. Not great. And she'll BAM, deal 1 damage to each here in Hela's location. So we're suffering at the moment, folks. So let's have a look at the cards then. So I'm gonna reserve the wild for the time being for better rebuild, and let's have a look at Moon Knight. We'll do the same over here. We'll reserve a wild. Moon Knight's down to 1 card. That's not great. That is not great. Okay, so that's the BAM, and it does also mean, of course, and this is where I thought I would forget, the BAM for the Necro Swords. Deal 1 damage to 1 hero in this location. If there is a thug here, there isn't, then deal 2 damage instead. So Better Rebuild will take another damage because we're down to 1 card apiece. Ooh, okay, we'll keep the double symbol just in case. Okay, so then we're going to put out a civilian in the current location we're in, and 2 civilians in each adjacent location. We've got 2 here at Guardian Palace, and 2 over at Odin's Vault. Go. Okay. So that is it for Hela's turn, and it is back to our heroes and back to better rebuild. So, oh, another Stormbreaker. Move and attack, but there isn't anything to move and attack is the problem. We have got a heroic feat in the storyline with a move, so we can use that heroic feat. Unfortunately, the rest of his move and attacks or Stormbreakers don't really bear much. Okay, so I think I'm going to play the move and attack. We've got move and attack, move and heroic feat into the storyline. We'll play the heroic feats here. At the end of your turn, you may move all heroes from this location to another location. Where do you want to go? I'm trying to remember where healing was. I think, was Valhalla healing? No. Excuse me. Must be Odin's Vault then, gives us the healing. So I think that's where we probably want to move to, but as that's only next door anyway. Okay. Then it means Better Raid can move there, use the other move to put a token down. And but unfortunately there's nothing to defeat. So that's Better Rebuild's turn. And we're going to do Moon Knight. Oh, Moon Knight suit. So at the beginning of the next turn, if you would take damage, ignore it and move to any location instead with a heroic feat. So that's definitely handy, and I think what we're going to play. Yeah, we don't need the attack at the moment, so we're going to put the heroic feat in the storyline. We're going to move and put down that heroic feat towards clearing this Necro Sword. And then it is back to Better Raid build, we're hoping. Yes. Excellent. So we can use Better Raid build's move and heroic feats to give us a move and 2 heroic feat, one of which we'll use to clear the additional threat. There we go. I think we probably want to hang around there, to be honest with you. So at the moment he's just used that. That's fine, he'll stay where he is, and we'll use the other heroic feat at the moment to rescue another civilian. And it is back to Hela's turn, other than at the end of your turn, if you have 1 or 2 cards in your hand, with the ability of Odin's Vault, you may draw a card. So, Better Raid Bill gets to draw a card. Nice. Got a bit of healing going on. Okay, we are back to Hela. Hela will move to the location with the hero with the most cards. So again, she is chasing us. She is where we are. And she will bam once more. Deal 1 damage to each hero in Hela's location. Not good, folks. That is not good. Knockout for Moon Knight. He is gone. Better Raid Bill thankfully just drew a card, so he isn't knocked out. Okay, and then we're going to put out a civilian in the current location, and then 2 civilians in the neighbouring location, which thankfully we have got capacity for over at Heimdall's Observatory, and also 2 at the Bifrost, which again we also have capacity for. Now thankfully we've had quite a number of heroic feats, and I think these characters actually seem to be quite heroic feat heavy, so I think it's worked well for us when you have a look at how much we've cleared and how many civilians we've now got out on the board, although we've still got a good amount of thugs as well, so yeah, I could actually end up clearing all 3 missions at this stage. But we will see. Back to Hela, so she's completed her action. She's put all of her civilians. Better Ray Bill was the last to go, so we are back to our poor KO'd Moon Knight. So let's start by just standing him up over here. And we're going to draw back up to 3. So we've got a single move, a double heroic feat, and a single heroic feat. And then we're going to draw a 4th card, which is Ken's Use Power, a wild for each of your special effects cards in the storyline, including this one. Let's just have a look. So we've got 1, 2 so far. So 3 wild tokens. Quite handy. So we've got 1 and 2 of the 4 cards we've played thus far from Moon Knight in this storyline. So yeah, 3 wild tokens, including this one. I mean, we don't need to heal anymore, and we've got a move in the storyline. So move and heroic feat. That's probably quite handy. Move and heroic feat. And then we could do a double heroic feat. Clear civilians. Or we've already got a move. Yeah, okay. I think what I'm going to do then is I'm going to do the double heroic feat, because move and 3 heroic feat. So we're going to move. We're going to do 2 heroic feet on the threats, because we only have 1 more threat to clear. And it leaves 2 heroic feet in the storyline. And then we'll do 1 civilian rescue. And we are back to better rebuilt. Draw a card. Single attack. So we're going to do a move and double attack, which is useless. And we're going to do a single attack, which is also useless. So I think we could do a move and double rescue. I could go back to the Bifrost and move somewhere else. I want to move somewhere else. It's a different question. Darn it. Okay, so we could do... Okay, I'm going to do a single attack. I've got no use for it. But with the double heroic feat, we're going to rescue the 2 civilians that are over there at Odin's Vault. And then we're going to stay where we are. And because we're staying where we are, we get to draw an extra card. So we've got our single wild. That's what we just drew. And it is back to Moon Knight. We'll draw a card. Now then. Oh, I've not got a move in. I should have, could have, would have. Should have probably played that move instead of the attack. Give it to Moon Knight. Ooh. Oh, this is bleeding awkward, isn't it? Okay, I've got a single attack that is useless. Question for me now is, do I use... I mean, Hela's got 4 damage. It's not a ton. It's not a ton by any stretch. Oh, come on. AP sinking in. Sorry, folks. It's a whole bunch of single icons. And yeah, if I'd have played Better Ray Bill's, I knew that was going to happen. Better Ray Bill's Stormbreaker, I'd have had a move that I could have cleared this last Necro Sword and then put down a Contri's Power or something to rescue one more civilian as well. Do you know what? I'm going to take it back just because, you know what? I didn't do anything with Better Ray Bill's ability anyway. So he put down a single punch, which was null. So instead he would have put down the move of the double attack, which didn't use for anything because he stayed where he was to heal. Therefore, it just means that Moon Knight has that move to use to clear that. And we'll put down instead the single heroic feat. So that gives a move and a heroic feat and then 3 wild tokens. So with the move, we can clear this threat. So that over here, that's gone. So that is the last of the 4 threats we needed. So Hela is now acting after every 2 hero cards. And then in addition to that, may move any number of heroes from any location to this location. Don't think I want to do that. And we picked up the wild tokens for Moon Knight. So we've got 3 wild tokens. And the heroic feat means we can also then recover this civilian. So that civilian goes to there, which means Hela is now vulnerable, which is what we need. We've only suffered 1 KO. We've actually done quite well. Feels like it's gone fairly quickly. And that's it. That's our 3 hero cards in the storyline. So we are back to Hela. So Hela will draw and stay where she is and raise an undead army. Add 2 thugs to each location. Okay. And then if Fenris Wolf is not in play, place this threat card in the first clockwise location with no threat. Okay. So, 2. Wow. Okay. So we're going to put 2 thugs in every location. That's a lot. That's a lot, folks. So thankfully we've got no overflow there. We're going to have overflow here, overflow here, and we can put bugs out everywhere else. Woo. Okay. So we need to be quick at beating her up, folks. It's the truth of the matter. There. Oh, run out. There we go. It's over here. Okay. So for the locations I can't put thugs out, for 1 or more tokens, it can't be added to a location. If Fenris Wolf is in play, which he isn't, so place a Necro Swords threat. The first location without a threat. Well, I'm going to go on the basis that the first location without a threat would be 1. And then there's a second overflow, 2. Okay? So that's right or wrongly, that's how I'm playing that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Would you have done it differently? What would that have looked like in your mind? Okay, so. And then it says, if Fenris Wolf is not in play, place his threat card in the first clockwise location with no threat. So, first clockwise location And I think it'll be going from Hela. So it'll be here. And maybe that's what... maybe. Anyway, so that's it. They are all back out. Hela can't take any damage as long as Fenris Wolf is in play. Boo! So now we're going to have to take care of that pesky flipping wolf again. Oh, that is gnarly, folks. Just when you thought you're about to wrap up, that pesky dog. Okay, so that is it for Hela's ability. That was enough. Wow. Oof. Okay, we are back to Better Bill. Draw a card. We've not got many cards left. He's got his Stormbreaker with a move and double attack. I think we're absolutely going to have to use that. So, Better Bill will move to the Fenris Wolf and do a double attack. And then we'll come over to Moon Knight. There's a whole bunch of single symbols. It's not great. It's not great, folks. Okay. Let's see how we fare then. Let's play the wild. And we're going to put that out to the storyline. So we're going to do a move and a wild. So the wild I'm going to use to do a single attack on the Fenris Wolf. That's gone. And then I'm going to use one of Moon Knight's wild tokens to do a second attack on the Fenris Wolf. So Fenris Wolf is gone again. Okay. We've then got a move still in the storyline. So Moonlight will move to Hela. And he will then use his final 2 wilds to do 2 points of damage to Hela. So Hela has just 2 points remaining, and it is back to Better Bill, who draws. Honestly, attack, all the attacks, and then when you need attacks, what do you get? A move and a heroic feat. Gee, thanks for that, Better Bill. Okay, so we've got a wild in the storyline from Moon Knight. Needs to move. I've got no way of producing additional attacks. Oh, and I'm running out of cards. Oh. What can I do? Anything? Nothing? Oh, I don't think there's anything else I can do. I could do a move and a heroic feat. Makes no odds. And then do one attack. We'll put the wild out. Better will move and do a single attack on Hela. She's got one hit point left. And it is her turn. Come on, what's she gonna do? She's gonna stay where she is. And she's gonna put out. I think we've lost this, folks. I think we've lost this. We have most definitely lost this. Okay. So, every location is full, so there is complete overflow everywhere. Fenris Wolf thankfully isn't in play. Therefore, we will put a Necro Swords out, if possible. I'm confused why I've got... Oh yeah, no, that's fine. Okay, so we're going to put that out. And then the second part of the Undead Army is, if Fenris Wolf is not in play, place his card on the board, which we'll do. And he's back out exactly where he was last turn, where we've just moved away from in order to attack her. She's got 1 hit point left. We've got no cards left. I think, folks, we have lost this game. That is so frustrating. Okay, so that is it for the end of her turn. And Better Bill is back to Moon Knight, who will draw his final card. I do not think we're going to do this, folks. So we need to move. We've got a wild, so I could move and attack, but it's... I don't think it makes much. Never mind now at this stage. It's such a deflating end. Okay, so we will move and attack. Because that's as much as I can do. Better Bill will move and attack. And then it's Hela's turn. No, we are done for sure. Move to the location with the hero of the most cards, and then do a bam. Deal 1 damage to each. So Better Bill gets KO'd because he only had 1 card left, and Moon Knight has 2 cards, 3 cards in fact. That's fine. We'll take a damage. That's the bam effect. Deal 1 damage to 1 here in this location, so Moon Knight will take another damage. And then so the swords don't come into play, and then she won't be able to put out her abilities, and at that point Fenris Wolf will then gain 1, 2, 3 hit points and recover more than he started with. And yeah, this absolutely, we are done. That's yeah, that is absolutely the end, folks. That, yeah, Fenris Wolf definitely was the end of us there. That order of cards, and I think early on getting all the attacks out early and then not having them later on in the game when we really needed them, that absolutely was our detriment. You know, we got Hela down to a single point of life left. That was all we needed to do to finish her off. And unfortunately we couldn't muster it, guys. We couldn't muster it. Didn't happen. Wow. That was challenging. That was challenging. There was one point I thought we were there. I thought we were there, but the cards were against us. And yeah, Hela survives to live another day. And yeah, wow. Okay, so we'll not be unlocking more content on the back of this video. Apologies, sorry didn't make it, but thanks for watching anyway. No, I loved it. I thoroughly enjoyed it. It's that moment of oh Victor's here. No, slipped away, the turn of a card, the blink of an eye, gone. Fantastic. Anyway, thanks very much for watching. If you've liked this video, please hit like. If you want to encourage me and keep me doing more, please hit subscribe. That really does encourage me. And yeah, hopefully see you back at the table again soon. And yeah, we'll continue to fight our way through the Marvel United Ultimate campaign, everything season 1. I'll meet you back at the table shortly.